Have you ever stopped to think about how much your life can change in a matter of days? What if I told you that right now, as you watch this video, divine forces are working behind the scenes of your existence, preparing blessings and transformations especially for you, an Aries? Well, my friend, the universe is not quiet. God is not silent. And in the coming days, something very special is being prepared for Aries natives. But be careful, because if you don't pay attention to the messages I'm about to share, you could miss unique opportunities created especially for you. You know that feeling that something is changing? That intuition that better days are coming? Well, you're not wrong. Your heart already senses what your mind is yet to discover. And the most incredible thing of all is that these blessings are not by chance. They are the result of your journey, your struggles, your prayers, and your faith. God has seen your every tear, every effort, every sleepless night. And now the time has come to reap. But for that, you need to be prepared. You need to know what's coming and how to make the most of each divine gift. Stay with me until the end of this video, because I'll reveal 10 powerful things God is preparing for Aries in the coming days. And believe me, the last one will give you goosebumps. It's so beautiful and surprising. The first thing God is preparing for you, Aries, is a complete renewal of your vital energy. You've been feeling tired lately, haven't you? Like you're carrying the world on your shoulders. Well, know that this is about to change radically. God has noticed that you've been giving your best, fighting tirelessly, sacrificing yourself for others, often forgetting yourself. And now it's time to receive this energy back multiplied. In the coming days, you'll begin to feel an inner strength you haven't felt in a long time. You'll wake up with more energy, with a greater desire to live, to achieve, to conquer. It's as if an invisible chain that was holding you back has been broken once and for all. You know those days when you wake up feeling defeated before you even begin? Well, those days are numbered in your life. What's happening is that the universe is realigning your energies with higher, more positive frequencies, more connected to the divine purpose that exists within you. Aries is naturally a fire sign, full of life, passion, and initiative. But sometimes life wears us down, disappointments extinguish our flame, responsibilities sap our strength. God saw this in you and decided it was time to rekindle that flame with all its intensity. Prepare yourself, because you will be amazed at your own ability to accomplish things that previously seemed impossible. This renewal of energy isn't just physical, understand that clearly. It's a mental, emotional, and spiritual renewal. You will notice that negative thoughts that previously dominated your mind will simply lose their power. That anxiety that consumed you will begin to diminish. The fear that paralyzed you will give way to courage. And best of all, this transformation will be natural, organic, without forcing anything. It will flow like a river that has finally found its way back to the sea. The people around you will notice this change in you. They will ask what happened, what you're doing differently, what the secret to this transformation is. And you will know deep down that it wasn't anything you did, but everything God did for you. This renewed energy will empower you to face challenges that previously frightened you. It will give you the courage to make decisions you've been putting off. It will give you the strength to close cycles that should have ended long ago. And most importantly, it will give you the vitality you need to enjoy the other 9 blessings that are coming next. The second divine preparation for Aries in the coming days involves surprising mental clarity. You know that confusion that's been dominating your thoughts? That feeling of being lost, unsure of which path to take, unable to make important decisions? Well, all of that is about to dissipate like fog in the presence of the morning sun. God is organizing your mind, clearing out the clutter, removing doubts, and putting everything in its rightful place. It's as if someone were tidying up a house that had been disorganized for years. In the coming days, you will begin to see your life with impressive clarity. Situations that seemed complex will reveal themselves to be surprisingly simple. Problems that seemed unsolvable will reveal clear paths to resolution. And decisions you've been putting off for fear of making a mistake will become obvious. This mental clarity is a very special divine gift, because through it, you'll be able to distinguish what truly matters from what is merely distraction. You'll be able to identify who is truly by your side, and who is merely taking up space in your life. You'll be able to perceive opportunities that previously went unnoticed. And most importantly, you'll be able to hear God's voice much more easily, because your mind will no longer be filled with noise and confusion. You know when you're trying to listen to someone speak, but there's a lot of noise around you? Well, that's how your spiritual connection has been lately. But that's about to change. Inner silence will arrive, and in that silence, you'll hear clear and precise divine guidance. This mental clarity will affect every area of your life. At work, you'll have brilliant insights that will amaze even yourself. In relationships, you'll understand dynamics that were previously a mystery. In finances, you'll see possibilities that were there all along but you couldn't see them. And in your spiritual development, you'll make deep connections between teachings that previously seemed disconnected. One very important thing you need to understand is that this clarity doesn't make you insensitive or cold. Quite the opposite. It helps you use your Aries sensitivity and passion in a more targeted, efficient, and powerful way. You'll remain the intense and passionate person you've always been, but now with the discernment to choose where to invest that intensity. The third blessing God is preparing for Aries is the arrival of a very special person in your life. Now, pay close attention to this because I'm not necessarily talking about romance, although it could be. I'm talking about someone who will enter your life with a specific divine purpose. It could be a new friend who will become a soulmate. It could be a mentor who will guide you in areas where you need growth. It could be a business partner who will enhance your talents. Or yes, it could be a true love that will transform your understanding of relationships. The most beautiful thing about all this is that this person won't appear by chance. God is moving pieces on the cosmic chessboard so that you meet at the right time, in the right place, under the right circumstances. And when it happens, you will feel in your heart that it was divinely arranged. You will have a sense of familiarity, of already knowing that person from somewhere, even if it's your first meeting. This is God's signature in the encounters He Himself arranges. In the coming days, pay attention to the signs. This person may appear in unexpected ways. It could be someone you've known for a while but never really paid attention to. It could be someone completely new who crosses your path in an unusual situation. It could even be someone you knew in the past but lost touch with, and now your paths will cross again. The universe has these things, you know? It pushes people away when they no longer serve our growth, and brings them back together when both have evolved enough for a new chapter together. Hey, before I continue with the other divine revelations for you, I need to ask you a very special favor. If this message is touching your heart, if you feel like it wasn't by chance that you came across this video, then do the following. Subscribe to the channel right now and turn on the notification bell. That way, you won't miss any important messages the universe has for you. And tell me in the comments where you're watching from. Just write the name of your city, because I love knowing these messages are reaching Aries people all over the world. And you know what else? If the words in this video are truly making a difference in your life, if you feel these messages are like balm for your soul, consider subscribing to the channel. Your support makes all the difference, so I can continue bringing you this spiritual content that nourishes the soul. But don't worry, it's not anyone's obligation. It's only for those who truly feel in their hearts that they want to contribute. Okay, now let's continue with the other wonderful things God is preparing for you. The fourth divine preparation for Aries in the coming days is an unexpected financial opening. Have you been struggling with money issues? Do you feel like no matter how hard you work, it's never enough? Have you been feeling like your bills are getting tighter and opportunities are scarce? Know that God has seen your every worry and is about to open financial doors that will completely surprise you. But be careful. This opening won't necessarily come from where you expect. It might not be that raise you've been waiting for. It might not be that job you've been longing for. The universe is creative and God works in mysterious ways. Financial blessings can come through a brilliant idea that pops into your head. It might come through a skill you have but never thought of monetizing. It might come through someone who presents you with an opportunity. It might even come through something that seemed lost but will be recovered. The important thing is to be open, attentive, and receptive. Because sometimes God sends blessings, but we're so fixated on how we think they should come that we don't recognize when they arrive differently. In the coming days, pay attention to casual conversations that may contain valuable information. Pay attention to opportunities that may seem small at first, but have potential for growth. Pay attention to your own insights and ideas, because God often speaks to us through our own intuition and creativity. This financial openness comes with something very important: the wisdom to manage it well. Because there's no point in receiving it if you don't know how to keep and multiply it. And God knows this. Therefore, along with money also comes financial discernment. You will begin to have more clarity about where to invest, where to save, and where to spend. You will begin to make smarter financial decisions almost instinctively. You will begin to attract people and situations that will educate you financially. And most importantly, you will begin to develop a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Because true prosperity begins in the mind, in the way we view money and abundance. One thing you need to understand is that God doesn't want you to be poor. He doesn't rejoice seeing His children in need. This is a spiritual truth that many people still don't grasp. Financial prosperity is not contrary to spirituality. On the contrary, when well managed and used purposefully, it is a tool to accomplish more good, to help more people, to manifest more love in the world. And Aries, with its generous and warrior spirit, is about to receive resources to do just that. The fifth thing God is preparing for you is the healing of an old hurt. You know what it is? That pain you've carried for so long that you've even grown accustomed to it. That wound you've learned to live with, to disguise, to hide from others and even from yourself. That resentment that was kept deep in your heart, because you didn't know how to process it at the time. Know that God hasn't forgotten this. He saw you when you were hurt. He saw you cry in secret. He saw you try to be strong and move on even though you were broken inside. And now He is sending healing to this area of your life. In the coming days, you may gain profound insights into past situations. You may begin to see what happened from a new perspective. You may understand reasons that previously didn't make sense. You may even receive apologies you've been waiting for years. Or you may simply realize you no longer need them to move forward. The healing God is sending doesn't depend on anyone but you and Him. It doesn't depend on the person who hurt you asking for forgiveness. It doesn't depend on justice being served. It doesn't depend on anything external. It comes from within, like a light that illuminates dark corners of your soul that have long been in the shadows. And do you know what happens when an old hurt is healed? You release an enormous amount of energy that was trapped, frozen in that pain. It's as if a dam breaks and all that water flows freely again. You'll feel lighter, freer, more available to live in the present instead of being haunted by the past. This healing can come through a revealing dream. It can come through an unexpected conversation. It can come through a situation that makes you see everything differently. It can come simply through an inner understanding, a peace that will invade your heart without logical explanation. And when it comes, don't question it, don't overanalyze it, just accept it. Accept the forgiveness you deserve to give yourself. Accept the possibility of forgiving those who hurt you, not for the sake of the other person but for yourself. Because forgiving isn't saying what they did to you was right. Forgiving is deciding that you will no longer allow something to hurt you. It's a decision to free yourself from the prison of resentment. Aries is usually a direct sign, moving forward, not dwelling on the past. But even the strongest have hidden wounds. And God knows each of them. He is telling you now, through these words, that the time has come to release what needs to be released, to heal what needs to be healed, to free yourself from the invisible chains you placed on yourself, trying to protect yourself from suffering again. The sixth divine preparation for Aries natives is the awakening of a dormant talent. There's something within you that has long gone unused, unexplored, and undeveloped. It could be an artistic gift you had as a child but abandoned throughout your life. It could be a skill you never knew you had because you never had the opportunity to discover it. It could be knowledge stored deep inside, waiting for the right moment to emerge. And that moment is coming now. God is opening paths for you to reconnect with this forgotten part of yourself. In the coming days, you may feel inexplicably drawn to activities you haven't practiced in a long time. You may feel the urge to learn something new that you've always been curious about, but never had the courage to begin. You may have creative ideas emerging out of nowhere, surprising you with their own genius. And when this happens, don't ignore it. This is God's way of nudging you, showing you that there's potential within you that needs to be explored. This talent that's about to awaken isn't just for your own entertainment or personal satisfaction. It has a greater purpose. It can be the key to a new source of income. It can be the bridge to meeting important people. It can be the path to realizing a long-held dream. It can be the tool to help others in ways you can't even imagine yet. The universe never gives us gifts without purpose. Each talent is a seed of possibility that, when cultivated, can grow into a leafy tree that provides shade, fruit, and beauty. Aries is a sign of initiative, of pioneering, of courage to start new things. And now God is inviting you to use these natural characteristics to explore this talent that is reawakening. Don't be afraid to appear like a beginner. Don't be ashamed of not being perfect at first. No one is born a master. Everyone starts as an apprentice. And the most beautiful thing about the journey is often not the arrival, but the path taken, the discoveries made, the person we become in the process. This awakening of talents will also have a very positive effect on your self-esteem and your identity. You will rediscover parts of yourself you had forgotten. You'll reconnect with the version of yourself that dreamed big, wasn't afraid to try, believed in endless possibilities. You know, that inner child that was kept hidden away while you had to grow up and become a responsible adult? Because it's awakening now, bringing with it all the creativity, spontaneity, and courage that children naturally possess before the world instilled fear. The seventh thing God is preparing for Aries is an important reconciliation. There's someone in your life you've distanced yourself from, or who has distanced themselves from you, and this separation has left a void. It could be a family member with whom you've had a falling out. It could be a friend whom life has torn apart. It could be a past love who ended painfully. It could even be someone who has already departed this physical world, but with whom you need to make peace spiritually. In the coming days, the universe is creating the conditions for this reconciliation to happen. And be careful, because reconciliation doesn't necessarily mean returning to the same kind of relationship you had before. Sometimes it simply means making peace with what happened, truly forgiving, wishing the person well, and each moving on. Other times it means a true rapprochement, a rebuilding of the bond on more mature and healthy foundations. Only each person's heart can know what the situation is. If this reconciliation involves someone who is still present in this world, you may receive a sign from that person. It could be an unexpected message, a chance encounter, or it could be you yourself who feels in your heart that it's time to take the first step. And if you take the first step, know that God will facilitate the rest. He will prepare the other person's heart to be receptive. He will soften defenses. He will create an opening for dialogue to happen constructively. If the reconciliation is with someone who has already passed away, it can happen through dreams, through signs that only you will understand, through an inner peace that will suddenly take over you regarding that person. The death of the physical body does not completely end the relationships of the soul. It is still possible to make peace, ask for forgiveness, offer forgiveness, express love. All of this in a spiritual way. And the universe hears these heart conversations. This coming reconciliation will free up space in your life for new things to enter. Because while we carry hurts, resentments, and unfinished business, these feelings take up emotional space that could be available for love, joy, and new relationships. It's like a house full of old, broken furniture. As much as you want new, beautiful furniture, you have nowhere to put it because everything is filled with old things. When we make peace with the past, with people from the past, we are deep cleaning the house of our soul. Aries, with their direct and warlike nature, can sometimes struggle with reconciliation because it involves vulnerability, admitting wounds, and letting down your guard. But know that true strength isn't about never opening up. It's about having the courage to open up, even when you're afraid of being hurt again. And God is giving you that courage now. The eighth divine preparation for you is special protection against negative energies. Have you felt spiritually attacked lately? What people are sending you negative thoughts? What heavy energies are trying to bring you down? Know that God has noticed this and is placing spiritual armor around you. In the coming days, you will notice that things that once shook you deeply will begin to flow through you without affecting you. You will notice that negative people will begin to naturally withdraw from your life, as if something were repelling them. You will notice that situations that seemed like traps will dissolve before they even reach you. This is no coincidence. It is divine protection in action. When God decides to protect someone, He places angels around them. He closes doors that seemed like opportunities but were actually traps. He drives away people who came disguised as friends but had hidden intentions. He creates invisible shields that deflect spiritual attacks before they can cause harm. And all of this will happen so naturally that you might not even notice it at the time. You'll only look back in time and realize how many bad things were avoided without you even knowing it. This special protection comes because you'll need to be strong and whole to enjoy all the other blessings that are coming. God knows that when we receive good things, envy and negativity from others can increase. He knows that when we are growing and evolving, opposing forces try to pull us back down. That's why He anticipates protection, putting on the armor before the battle begins. One important thing you need to do is not be afraid or paranoid. Knowing that spiritual protection exists doesn't mean constantly looking over your shoulder for enemies. It simply means moving forward with confidence, knowing that you are not alone, that greater forces are watching over you. It means being able to let down the guard you've been forced to keep up for so long. It means finally being able to relax and trust that you are safe. Aries naturally already has a strong protective energy because it is a warrior, a fighter. But even the strongest warriors need armor. And this spiritual armor that God is putting on you now is made of the strongest material in the universe, which is divine love. Nothing can penetrate this armor. Not envy, not evil, not black magic, not bad thoughts, nothing. You are covered, you are protected, you are safe. The ninth thing God is preparing for Aries is a leadership opportunity. You'll be placed in a position where your natural leadership qualities will shine. It could be at work, where you'll be given more responsibility and autonomy. It could be in your family, where you'll become the person everyone looks to for advice and guidance. It could be in your community, where you'll have the chance to make a difference in many people's lives. It could be a new project that emerges, and you'll be the ideal person to lead. Aries has leadership in their DNA. You're born with this characteristic of going first, of blazing trails, of having courage where others fear. And now the universe is creating circumstances for you to exercise this leadership more fully and impactfully. But be careful, because true leadership isn't about bossing others around. It's about serving, inspiring, and bringing out the best in people. It's about having a vision and being able to make others see and believe in that vision too. And God is preparing you for this kind of leadership, the kind that transforms, elevates, and leaves a legacy. In the coming days, situations will arise that will test you and simultaneously prepare you for this leadership position. You may be placed in circumstances where you'll have to make difficult decisions, where you'll have to choose between what's popular and what's right, where you'll have to have the courage to go against the grain. And each of these situations is shaping you, strengthening you, preparing you for the greater role that lies ahead. This leadership opportunity comes with responsibility, of course, because leading also means carrying the weight of decisions, worrying about the well-being of those you're guiding, often sacrificing your own comfort for the greater good. But you're ready for this. All the experiences you've had in life, all the hardships you've faced, all the lessons you've learned, all of this was preparing you for this moment. And the most beautiful thing is that when you assume this leadership position, you'll realize you're not doing it alone. God will give you the wisdom you need for every decision. He will give you the right words for each situation. He will give you the discernment to identify who to trust and who not to trust. He will give you the strength to persist when things get tough. Because He doesn't put you in a place and then abandon you. He goes with you, He empowers you, He sustains you. Aries, your time has come to shine as the leader you were born to be. Don't be afraid, don't feel too small for the challenge. Giants sleep within us until life calls us to awaken. And you are being called now. The 10th and final thing God is preparing for you, dear Aries, is something that will touch your heart deeply and make it all worthwhile. It's the fulfillment of a long-held dream you'd even stopped believing could come true. That dream you've held in your heart for so long. That desire you had to bury because life taught you it wasn't possible, that it wasn't for you, that it was too late, that circumstances didn't allow it. God is telling you now not to give up on this dream, because He hasn't given up on making it happen in your life. In the coming days and weeks, you'll begin to see the pieces falling into place in ways that will seem miraculous. Doors that have been closed for years will open. The right people will appear at the right time. Resources you lacked will become available. Necessary knowledge will reach you. And everything will conspire to make this dream come true. But pay attention to one very important thing. This dream may not come true exactly as you imagined. It can be even better. It may come in a way you never considered, but in the end, you'll realize it was exactly what you needed. Because God sees the big picture. He knows what's best for us even when we don't. Trust the process. Trust divine timing. What's yours is yours, and what's not yours is useless in forcing. This dream come true will bring with it a sense of completeness, of purpose fulfilled, of life making sense. It will make you look back and understand why certain things didn't work out in the past. It will make you grateful even for the doors that were closed in your face, because now you'll realize they were protection from going down the wrong path. It will make you appreciate every difficulty, every tear, every struggle, because all of this was shaping you to be ready when this dream finally came true. And you know what? When this dream comes true, it will open doors to even greater dreams. Because that's how the universe works. One achievement leads to another, one accomplishment makes room for the next. You're entering an ascending cycle where good things will multiply. where each victory will generate more victories, where each blessing will attract more blessings. Aries, you deserve everything that's coming. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. Don't let your own mind sabotage these blessings with thoughts that you're not worthy, that you're too good to be true. Yes, it is true. And you are worthy. God is no respecter of persons. He loves everyone equally. And if He's moving heaven and earth to bless you now, it's because your moment, your hour, your turn has come. My Aries friend, we've reached the end of this powerful message the universe had for you today. Let's quickly recap the 10 things God is preparing for you in the coming days. First, a complete renewal of your vital energy. Second, surprising mental clarity. Third, the arrival of a special person in your life. Fourth, an unexpected financial opening. Fifth, the healing of an old hurt. Sixth, the awakening of a dormant talent. Seventh, an important reconciliation. Eighth, special protection against negative energies. Ninth, a leadership opportunity. And 10th, the fulfillment of an old dream. 10 divine gifts being prepared especially for you. Now tell me something, after hearing all this, do you still dare to doubt that better days are coming? Can you still believe that your life won't change? Because I tell you with all certainty it will change. And it will change for the better. Much better. But there's one thing you need to do on your part. You need to be open to receiving. You need to be attentive to the signs. You need to have faith and act when opportunities arise. Because God does His part, but you also have to do yours. He opens doors, but you have to have the courage to walk through them. He sends blessings, but you have to be open-hearted and open-handed to receive them. He creates opportunities, but you have to have the wisdom to recognize and seize them. So my final message for you today is this. Lift your head. Dry those tears. Renew your faith. Because the best is yet to come. What you've been through so far hasn't been in vain. Each battle has made you stronger. Each disappointment has taught you something valuable. Each failure has prepared you for the success that is coming. Nothing was lost. Everything was part of a bigger plan that you will only understand when you look from above, when you see the complete picture that your life is forming. And now, before you go, I want to give you a challenge. In the coming days, when these blessings begin to manifest in your life, I want you to come back to this video and leave your testimony in the comments. Tell us what happened, which of these 10 things has already begun to come true. Because your testimony will strengthen the faith of other Aries who are watching, who need hope, who need to believe that change is possible. We are a family here, and when one grows, we all grow together. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe now. Activate the bell so you don't miss any important messages that the universe has for your sign. And share this video with other Aries you know who need to hear this message of hope. Together we are stronger. United in faith, nothing can stop us. And if you felt in your heart that these words are more than a video, that they are messages that arrived at the right time like a divine hug for your soul, consider supporting this work by becoming a subscriber to the channel. Your contribution allows me to continue bringing light, hope, and spiritual guidance to thousands of people. But only do this if you truly feel the desire, with love in your heart. Never out of obligation. I am immensely grateful to each of you who are here, who dedicated your time to receive this message, who opened your heart to the words that the universe had to say. May God bless you mightily, dear Aries. May all 10 of these blessings manifest in your life even faster and stronger than I've mentioned here. May you have the wisdom to seize every opportunity, the courage to face every challenge, and unwavering faith that the best is yet to come. Until the next message, God be with you. And always remember, you are not alone on this journey. The universe conspires in your favor. It always has and always will. Days of glory are coming for you. Believe in it with all your heart.